Canadoc is the document management solution for creating, signing, and tracking any kind of agreement.
Hey, buying cosplay time. You look cute. Oh, police? Oh, they have like cat women. The fuck is this? Okay, should I get these guys or should I become police officer? A lot of chat is saying police. Oh, are you ready? Yeah. Oh. Do you know how to type? No. How do I look, guys? Police Jimbonius. Police Ginny. Why do I look like Judy from Zootopia? Party! It looks so pretty! I'm here to arrest everybody! Nobody wants to see that!
They made me put on pants!
Yeah, because it's grotesque!
Don't die!
Yes, it is!
So, wait, when's the marriage?
Us! Are you like Greek goddess? Yes! You've been everywhere. I am here to arrest you. I am arresting you.
Take me to the back of the car. I'm gay.
Watashi no watashi, da da da.
Let's go. I'm already used to it. Alright, this is my outfit today.
What are you cosplaying? Anya from anime. Oh, Spy Family. Very kawaii. Very kawaii.
This is the moment. Tonight is the night. Speed to wait, truck, we ride.
Wow. You look great.
Yeah, I should have worked out. I got a little pumped.
What are you cosplaying?
I'm a used condom.
You're a used condom?
Yeah.
But why is it pink? Shouldn't it be white?
There's white condoms, there's brown condoms, there's white condoms. Condoms don't discriminate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You don't use condoms?
I use condoms.
Oh,
but it's mostly white condoms.
Oh, I'm a special condom.
Oh, okay.
I still believe. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Alright, let's go. Big round, y'all. Chris, what are you cosplaying? Computer?
I built this.
Oh, you're a computer.
What the fuck?
Wow, that's crazy.
It's beautiful.
You guys want to look inside?
I like it. Look at the specs on this bag.
Wow, that's crazy.
4090 in there?
You got
4090. What's your target saying?
But I can do it. The womanizer told you what you are. Why try to run? What's happening here? So try it. What is happening? Minasan konbanwa! Thank you so much for coming to the Halloween party!
Hey, not...
No, you're still
Okay, so what's your outfit again?
I'm American police officer.
You can't be American without a gun strapped on you.
I didn't bring my gun today. I was too busy shooting RPG.
Very good.
Emergency services, single victim. level of violence. Only a man could have done that.
That's not possible.
You will have to describe and tell us what you think it is. Based on your creativity and based on your accuracy, we'll score you, basically. Now, here you go. You can put your hands here. You can, hey, Chris, you can put your hands here.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Did they do that? Okay, so that's your guess, final guess? It is! Okay. Okay, what kind of Barbie? What kind of Barbie?
It's a Disney princess.
Okay. So,
That's a tie. I've never seen a Barbie grope that much.
very good job, both of you. Oh, okay, cool.
Round one. Ready, go!
Okay. Okay, now you can make your message.
Brother, knockout!
Whole thing, 1 by 9.
Round two. Ready, go! Excellent!
Do it. Yeah.
Round three.
Describe taste.
Describe taste.
Oh my gosh. Look at her butt.
Knockout!
Oh my gosh.
Round four. Ready, go! Knockout!
This Black Friday, get the incredible iPhone 16 for a price you'll love. Built for
give it
Apple Intelligence to
100%.
help you write, express yourself.
So yesterday, Nintendo made a
私の強さを見せて
surprise
やろう。
announcement
Round
offering
one.
a new application for
go!
Nintendo Switch Online members. Now, I am someone who always says that they need to be working to increase the value that you get if you are a Nintendo Switch Online member. So in theory, a new app should be something that is very exciting. It should be something that is very interesting. News of this application broke last night, actually, while I was streaming, and people came into my stream to let me know about it. And I'm kind of confused about it. I just have to be honest, I'm kind of confused. Some people accuse me of complaining just to complain, to which I say, no, I'm just simply asking questions. I'm simply just not accepting what is given to me that I am paying for. I am simply asking, is this really such a good value? is it really a big deal? We're talking about
Round
Nintendo Music.
Ready,
Nintendo
go!
Music, a new application that Nintendo Switch Online members get access to. So we're going to talk all about the app itself and some of my points that I had to bring up. And maybe we'll figure out by the end of this video why people are so excited for this, because I honestly don't really understand it. So, Nintendo Music is exactly what it sounds. It is an application that gives you access to a limited amount of Nintendo Switch, GameCube, Wii, Wii eShop music, Super Nintendo, N64, and NES music. Now, when I say limited, some of these systems only have 2 or 3 games on there, such as the Super Nintendo and the NES. Now, Nintendo has said they will be adding in additional soundtracks as well, but this is an application that you download for your phone. So you need to have Nintendo Switch Online, meaning that you own a Nintendo Switch in order to access this application. But you can't use it on your Nintendo Switch. You can only use it on your phone. And I brought up that question on Twitter, and people were shocked that I dare ask why this isn't also available on the system itself. Somebody just, started going off on me. I asked him if he was a product of fetal alcohol syndrome. Like, I will go back at you on Twitter. Like, have you never watched the Spawncast? If you say some dumb shit in the comments, I'm going to say something back to you because I find it funny. Like, people can dish it, but they can't take it. But when I brought up the point of it not being on the system, like, people were kind of stunned that I dare question that. But to that I say, well, why wouldn't it be? I'm not saying you get rid of the phone application itself to listen to these soundtracks. I am simply saying that you also offer it on the system, because I feel like most people that are going to be using this and listening to this music will probably do it in their own home. I don't see someone driving down the road listening to Wii eShop music unless it's John, because he only listens to video game music sometimes. Like, I don't know. I'm someone who actually enjoys, like, all music, like real music, and that's the kind of stuff I want to listen to while driving down the road. But if you had an application for the Nintendo Switch, a lot of people are going to be using this. You're cooking, you put on Star Fox 64 soundtrack or something. Okay, that makes sense. You have a nice surround sound system in your house that is connected to your television, that is connected to your Nintendo Switch. I just find it odd that it is only for mobile devices. I don't understand why that's such a controversial topic. I do think the smattering of games is okay-ish, but in the same breath, it's like, well, why so limited? Like, this is a paid thing. This is not a free service or anything like that. This is something that you have to have Nintendo Switch Online for, which then goes back to the fact that this is not something that you actually use on the Nintendo Switch, which kind of makes it a bit weird to me. Now, you can say the same thing about the voice chat application, but you're not using the voice chat application for anything but Nintendo Switch games. And let's be real, the voice chat application for the phone is stupid anyways, especially when the system has native voice chat in it. There's really no rhyme or reason for this to be the case. But I think my bigger question about this, and my lack of understanding about the hype and the excitement around Nintendo Music, is all of these songs, every single one of these songs, and then some, games and systems that maybe aren't replicated on here, have been available on YouTube since the dawn of time. And everyone has YouTube. You have YouTube right now because you're watching this video. So if something has been available forever for free as a soundtrack online, but then Nintendo comes along and monetizes it behind a paywall with Nintendo Switch Online and does a phone app for it, that all of a sudden is like something amazing. If you really wanted to listen to the soundtracks of these games, they are readily available on YouTube. And that got me thinking, well, does that mean Nintendo is going to be going after more soundtrack related videos on YouTube? And that really opens up potentially a large can of worms, because they're not going to do it manually or anything like that. They're essentially going to, scrub content for the songs that are playing in these games. I know some channels that focused on Nintendo soundtracks actually were hit with like copyright strikes and stuff like that. There was a large channel, I can't recall the name of it, but they got hit with stuff. Now, that's not to say that there aren't, like, you're not going to stop it completely. There's a million uploads of these songs by various accounts. But if you start to take down videos that use the soundtrack and you're doing it with an application, you know, you're doing just a scan to see if it's playing your music, that would also affect gameplay videos as well of games that have that music in them. You know, the Wii eShop music channel, dun, 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 dun. Like, that constantly plays when you are on the Wii eShop. And of course you can't utilize that anymore, but there are videos, legacy videos, that have that music in them. So will this end up becoming a problem in the future? Like, I don't think Nintendo music in itself is a bad thing, but I just don't see, like, I genuinely do not understand the overexcitement for this. Like, oh my God, we've been waiting for this for so long. What have you been waiting for? To listen to Nintendo music? Because that's been available on YouTube for free. You don't need the Nintendo Switch Online account. You can play it on any device that has YouTube on it. You're not limited to utilizing just your phone to do it. And like, Nintendo also made a commercial for this, like a dude in a grocery store, like jamming out to the music. And it's like, bro, is this what Nintendo thinks people are going to do? Is this actually a thing? You must live in a very upscale neighborhood, because if you live anywhere kind of, you know, with like not completely upstanding citizens, and some dude sees some dude dancing around in Nintendo music in a grocery store, you might get tripped. You might get, you know, ran up on with something like that, because you just make yourself look like a potential victim. You make yourself that's terrible for me to say, but like, I don't know, man. If you're excited for it, that's cool. I am not. I don't care whatsoever. I have no yearning to listen to this music to the point of where I would download an application for my phone and loop it for an hour. If I wanted to do that, I would go to an extended cut of a song on YouTube that was already readily available, and I would just hit play on that, and I would go about it. But I guess, you know, if you're, I'm not trying to rain on anyone's parade. I'm not.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go! Knockout!
I'm just simply giving my opinion on it and kind of my viewpoint on why I'm a little bit concerned about it because of the potential future ramifications that it can have. But I'm sure this video will get downvoted into oblivion because I dared to question the almighty Nintendo. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of Nintendo Music. Have you downloaded the application? I have not, and I will not. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel and you don't hate me already, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.
Teams switching off. On Miro, the innovation workspace, teams work on an infinite AI-powered canvas. No more silos, no more blank stares, no more productivity tools that aren't very productive. On the canvas, projects ship faster. Why? Because teams are on the same page from idea to outcome. So there's no more dozing off, switching off, or wandering off in different directions. There's better collaboration, problem solving, and AI tools that do things like this. Brief written. Next steps agreed. Even time to call your mom. Oh, hey, Patty. Miro, Miro on the wall. Who's the fastest of them all? You are, Jenny. You are. Innovation belongs on the canvas. Innovation belongs on Miro. You are, Jenny. You are. Innovation belongs on the canvas. Innovation belongs on Miro.
Next week, well, some new information's gotten out there, seemingly from a console that got out there a bit early and at least giving us an idea as to the outside plates and if your current ones will fit on it. So if you guys enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that like button, helps it a ton. And if new here to the Spawn Wave channel, make sure you subscribe down below. And of course, members of the channel do get Newswave early. If you would like to learn more about that, click the join button down below this video. And we're going to start today with Cyberpunk 2077 as we had an announcement for a port. It's actually going to Mac. This we can see posted up over on their website where they say the world of the dark future is available to Mac gamers for the very first time. Players can enjoy advanced features like path tracing, frame generation, and built-in spatial audio for even more immersive gameplay and stunning visuals. Available early next year on Macs with Apple Silicon. The Ultimate Edition will launch on the Mac App Store, GOG, Steam, and Epic Game Store. So this is... Whenever I see these announcements for just Mac, specifically with the Apple Silicon, like the M series chips in particular, it's interesting to me just to see what these chips, M1, M2, M3, M4, that's actually coming up with that Mac Mini that, you know, I'm kind of interested in maybe doing a video on that. I saw the specs and then the price, and I was a little surprised because the value is actually there for something like this with a $600 Mac Mini with an M4 16 gigabytes of RAM. I'm curious how it would hold up with, sure, something like gaming with Cyberpunk, but also with emulation and other just day-to-day tasks. At that price point, it's intriguing to me, and let me know if that's something you wouldn't mind seeing down below, because I even do like a teardown of it and we check out really everything about this device. But yeah, Cyberpunk is something I'll be curious maybe to check out, not only on like an M1 Pro chip, maybe even on this M4, that happening next year. Also, we do have that Horizon Zero Dawn remaster that's now out, and
people I'd love to kill.
I'm Rhiannon Lewis. People don't really see me. Not at all, actually. Sometimes I feel invisible. Sometimes I make a list of people I'd love to kill.
Do you see me now?
I was kind of curious about some of the comparisons for the visuals, since it's obviously the big thing they're leaning into here for this game. And while the game itself, it doesn't feel like it's as old as it is, but being 7.5 years old now, we can see the visual comparison. This is one that was posted by Push Square, and it is quite substantial. If you look at like the side-by-side with a PlayStation 4 version of it and then the PS5 remaster, yeah, you could see that the differences do jump off the screen right away. Now, it's still going to depend on if you want to go back and just play Horizon Zero Dawn again, and if it's worth the $10 upgrade, which, if you've never played Horizon Zero Dawn, and you already have it in your library, which you might be confused, why would I have that in my library? Well, there have been times where Sony has just given this game away. It's like the stay-at-home initiative. And they just gave it to you. That was it. So that, or if you maybe found it cheap like a while ago and you're thinking, oh, maybe I'll finally pop it in here. Honestly, looking at the visual upgrades and stuff, $10 actually feels like it's worth it in this case. But if you want to go out and pick it up right like now, even digitally, and it's like what, $40 or $50 or so, somewhere in there, that might be a bit of a harder sell considering how old the game is at this time. But I still enjoy the Horizon franchise, and I do actually recommend it to people. So yeah, I would say it's definitely worth that amount of money from a game perspective. But the remaster, certainly a bit more substantial maybe than some were expecting, just based on the early marketing for it. Oh, and it looks like that Alarmo starting to have some movement when it comes to the homebrew scene. This was posted up over on Twitter X. This is from Gary, showing that it is possible to run custom code on the Nintendo Alarmo through USB without opening it up. Now, there is a lot of work that went into this, and they did link their blog spot here, kind of detailing the process. A lot of technical stuff, but basically, you can see they were able to at least load an image in there, and the thing a lot of people are hoping to see at some point is Alarmo running Doom. That's usually the benchmark. Can it run Doom? Since basically everything seems to be able to, I assume Alarmo can as well in some capacity, but it's just impressive to see this happen, and actually happen this quickly, because yeah, like the mod scene, they are very determined even when it comes to a Nintendo alarm clock. And guys, with some of the quick news out of the way, let's get into the bigger stuff. Let's start right away with Nintendo and now their second big announcement for the week, which the first one is exciting because it was Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition going to the Switch in 2025, and Nintendo just calmly dropping it on a Tuesday. Here's a big game you guys have been asking for years now, and it'll be out in like 5 months or so. It's like, oh wow, okay, that's surprising. And now we have Nintendo introducing something else. This, though, off of the Switch technically and an application, but once again, something that people have been asking for, and that's related to the soundtracks that they have in their games, which we can see. This is the video they posted. Nintendo Music. It's an announcement trailer, and basically it's Spotify for Nintendo. So they did this, and I mean, it'll make a lot of sense here as we get through this, specifically for mobile phones. And I guess they realized, yeah, it's probably not something people are going to use as much, say, on the Switch, but mobile phones obviously are used all the time for listening to music or podcasts or whatever for different applications like a Spotify or like a YouTube Music. And they have created their own here. And when they put this trailer out, it immediately exploded online. I mean, it jumped to like number 2 on trending, and people were discussing it quite a bit because it's actually out right now. Like, they immediately dropped this thing. And they also have a page that just adds more info to this. I did get a chance to download this, and I'll give some of my just very quick, immediate impressions to it. But the idea here is, yes, they will be housing like their library of game music here for you to listen to whenever you would like. And they do have some fun little features in here. For example, you can hide spoilers. So if there's a game that you just haven't finished yet, it will actually go ahead and hide those soundtracks that could give away like the ending for a boss, or like that's one of the cool things about some games is you might go towards the end of it and there's a boss, and then all of a sudden music you've never heard before pops in, and it really takes that experience to the next level. You can also extend some of the tracks for up to 60 minutes, just like loop them completely. So
Black Friday deals at Curry's with the new Google Pixel 9 with Gemini, an AI assistant.
And that's pretty easy to do. It's an option at the bottom. You press it and you can pick between so many different minutes that you would like it to last. And it is available on phones for people who do have Nintendo Switch Online, which directly explains why it is just on phones and it's its own app and not set up, say, on Spotify. Because Nintendo wants you to sign up for NSO to use the thing, and technically it's a way to, yes, add more value to your subscription service you may already have. But also, I do wonder if this is... I wonder if someone would sign up for NSO specifically for this application. I mean, Switch Online is $20 a year. So when you boil that down to like $1.80 something a month, and we have this music app that has all these different Nintendo tracks in there, some people might go, you know what? I'll spend the $20 a year so I can listen to Wii Shop Channel on loop endlessly, which I did check. It is there. In fact, you can see this was posted up by Oatmeal Dough to make it a bit easier for us. They went ahead and listed all the different games that currently have their soundtracks available, which includes like Animal Crossing New Horizons. It goes back to Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo, Mario Odyssey. We also have Super Mario Brothers, the original, on the Nintendo, Dr. Mario from the Game Boy, Nintendogs from the DS, and like things like Pikmin 4 on the Switch. So some new stuff, some old stuff. I saw Metroid Prime was there on the GameCube, which is an awesome soundtrack. So there's some pretty cool stuff here to go through. They said they're going to add more stuff as they go along. So who knows what the cadence will be. I feel like this is a situation where they can add games a bit faster than what they do with Nintendo Switch Online when it comes to like the games. I feel like you have so many soundtracks and games and stuff you can add from all their generations, because you don't have to be like, okay, will this game run on the system and will we be able to get the emulation to where we'd like it to be? It's just like, oh yeah, let's just put these sound, like the music, the soundtracks on there, and that's kind of it. So it's something else, I guess, that can just be updated every month, something to look forward to. But it's just a fun surprise, something that you can just download right away if you have NSO and check it out. Let me know what you think, though, about the Nintendo Music app for phones, and if you got a chance to try it. Next up, let's talk about PlayStation Plus for the month of November, as we had the essential games revealed yesterday, and one game in particular is launching day and date, and we actually already saw it get out there through ratings board leaks. But let's take a look at PlayStation Blog. We can see the card here where they have the different games, starting with Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Turbocharged, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, Ghostwire Tokyo on the PS5, which I still enjoyed that game when I played through it. It's a very different kind of game. I know it's we're not going to get a Ghostwire 2 Tokyo 2, I assume, at this time, because obviously what happened with Tango Gameworks, but still it was a pretty interesting release. And then the big one here, at least the one that's really being marketed as the big one, Death Note Killer Within. It's on PS4 and PS5, and it is launching day and date into this service. Now, we had already seen, as I mentioned, some information around a Death Note game coming out, and we were kind of going back and forth as to exactly what this would be, and looking at the trailer for it, it kind of looks like it's an Among Us style game, just the visuals and stuff, sure, but also sort of they had this set up in multiplayer fashion. Says the Death Note is hidden among the players, leading to a thrilling game of cat and mouse until one team overpowers the other. Each role has its own characteristics, allowing you to master a deep sense of strategy and tactical play. Depending on your assigned role, a wide range of strategies can be formulated, and each randomized scenario develops into a high-stakes game of tactics. And again, the benefit here is if you already have PlayStation Plus Essential. You can just claim it, download it, and try it out, which this is a game that I think would benefit from that anyway, because it's clearly, it's heavily reliant on a bunch of people playing to fill up these rooms, because it's 5-on-5, so you need 10 people in order to get a match started. But I don't know, an interesting, I guess, game in that Death Note universe. I guess it also kind of lines up with the idea of like detective work and trying to figure out who I guess is in this case, the imposter, but for Death Note, whatever, I guess they would single that down to. But I don't know, something interesting there for PlayStation Plus Essential tier. I'm curious what Death Note fans really think about this. As I mentioned before, I'm not really into that series, so let me know down in the comments what you thought of this announcement. Next up, let's talk about the PlayStation 5 Pro that is coming out next week, although retail stores are already getting their stock in with, of course, the big street date sticker on the front so people don't accidentally put it out on the store shelves for the public. And then also it appears review samples have gone out to different outlets, as well as people on YouTube and social media and stuff, so seems like coverage is underway. But because it's now in the back of different retail stores, it seems like some people are checking it out a bit more maybe than they should, although in this case the poster is saying that that is their system. It's just not technically out yet, so that's staying in the back room, I guess. We can see this though over on Reddit as they took some pictures of it, and they specifically pointed out that the PlayStation 5 Pro does not work with the slim plates. I thought we already knew this. I know it works with the bottom plates. That was something we went over, specifically the side that has the disk drive attachment. We kind of need it to, because you need to then use the shell that comes with it to put it all together. But it appears the top plates do not work. And the interesting thing about this is, I don't think we knew this, the plates are the same size, but the teeth on the opposite, the end that actually snaps into place, do not line up. Okay, so that is kind of strange. Now, of course, engineering that goes into this thing, maybe those exact spots weren't necessarily opened up based on what's inside and how it's constructed, and they weren't able to really line it up that way. Well, Sony did respond as IGN reached out for a comment here. They said PS5 console covers are not compatible with PS5 Pro. However, players will be able to swap out different console covers for PS5 Pro when they become available in the future. I'm not really sure how that would work exactly. I guess you have to send your cover back in and show that you purchased it. It's odd because we don't necessarily have PlayStation 5 Pro specific covers out yet. And I guess that's why they're doing this, because they realize, oh, yeah, maybe you did buy that really cool, like, cobalt blue or whatever theme they had that quarter or something, you know, with the covers, and you want to move them over to your Pro. Well, technically you can't now, but eventually you'll be able to swap them out. So we'll keep an eye out to see if, I guess, they have some kind of program that they launch for people to send stuff in and get that all sorted. But yeah, kind of strange that they're the same size, but they don't necessarily click into place because they don't have the guides or the holes all in the right spots. Maybe that's something I guess we'll look into a bit more when I do get my PS5 Pro next week, because we'll do the full teardown and check it out a bit more in person here. But yeah, if you were wondering, no, any of the slim console covers that are out now won't fit your Pro, so sit tight with that one. But if you already have the disk drive attachment with that cover, that will actually fit up. And in our last bit of news, let's actually talk about what was really a report that got out there, but was kind of sketchy, and it had to do with Nintendo and one of their subsidiaries seemingly laying people off in a roundabout way, very similar to what we talked about with Bandai, where they have a room that they send employees to and hope that they'll kind of figure out that they're not really needed there anymore and see themselves out. Well, this, we can see, was posted up by Leak Press, this is translated, saying Mario Club Co., Limited, a subsidiary of Nintendo, has reportedly placed about 150 of its 400 employees in a situation similar to a dismissal room. Mario Club is a 100% subsidiary of Nintendo, whose main job is debugging Nintendo game software, and in recent years has also been providing operational support for Nintendo. Now, Mario Club for a while was just part of Nintendo, like within Nintendo. In the building, they were just considered part of Nintendo, but in 2009, they officially became a subsidiary, and basically are treated then as kind of their own thing there, and that's why it's mentioned with 400 employees, 150 of them then going to the dismissal room. Now, this was a report that floated around for about a day and a half before Eurogamer was able to get at least some sort of response from a Nintendo spokesperson who says, "We have confirmed that Mario Club Co., that the rumored information in the report is untrue." Now, Bandai also kind of pushed back with a report that was put out there, from Bloomberg, and theirs was a little more specific, like not necessarily saying, hey, this entire thing is untrue, but they picked a few pieces that they were like, well, that's not correct necessarily. So it wasn't like Nintendo here where they're like, no, that's just all incorrect completely. Now, obviously Nintendo, I feel like, is going to go ahead and push back on what's just seemingly a very obscure blog almost posting about this with a rumor tag on it. So it's not like I feel like most people were even taking it seriously at that time, but Nintendo coming in, yeah, they're gonna say, no, we're not laying anyone off. That's not happening. But technically the dismissal room is like, is that laying people off, or is this that letting people kind of find their way to the exit themselves? So at this time, I would side more in line with Nintendo here, just because the source was already extremely sketchy, and it's one of the reasons I didn't cover it right away, because I figured it's something that if Nintendo feels like they need to put a response out, we might actually get more information around it, or they'll just shut it down completely. Here, they decide to shut it down completely. So unless I see a follow-up from a Bloomberg or a major publication that's willing to back this, I'm gonna probably leave this one in the rumor busted, untrue category, at least for now. And before we go to the comment of the day, we'll take a look at the poll that I posted up yesterday, where I ask, what's your primary computer platform? Oh, and if you're using Linux, is it loaded onto Windows PC hardware or a Mac? And I was trying to figure this out because I wasn't necessarily asking what operating system are you running. I was curious about like the hardware that you're running on. So like if you're using a Mac, you know, you're buying that hardware from Apple. It most likely at this time their own silicone and stuff. That's kind of what I was trying to get at here. But we can see, I mean, 87% Windows-based PC, which makes sense. If you have a gaming PC, you're most likely, it's Windows, right? Like that's obviously, I mean, I guess you could use a Steam Deck then, and Steam, either way, you're most likely to be using Windows, but 13% with Mac. Back in the day, it was always that Mac versus PC mentality, and I feel like even then, it would have skewed still heavily towards PC, but even more so than this. It probably would have been like 95-5 or something. So I will say Mac has obviously built up to where they have the iPhone, and it's like, it's just unrivaled for the most part, but any one single company and single phone. But even like when I see the Mac Mini go for that kind of a price, it is surprising to me based on the history of Apple and what I remember from way back in the day, where it was like, the thing may as well have been made out of like
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Ring out! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go!
My time is here!
Knockout! Round five. Ready, go!
Forgot to train, eh?
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout!
Yes! What a knucklehead!
Round one. Ready, go!
My time is here! Ha! Yes!
Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout!
See? I thought I'm better.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Excellent! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go! Excellent!
solid gold or something with how much it was. So I think I'm going to look into this Mac Mini and be kind of interested to see how it all turns out, especially from the build quality, but also what that M4 chip is able to do. And we'll finish up with the comment of the day as you're seeing here. This is from Kyle's Game Room. It says, the one Wii U game I'd love to be ported would be Yoshi's Woolly World. It has so much charm in its visuals, fun soundtrack, and overall fun, family-friendly platformer. Crafted World did not live up to its predecessor. So, the funny thing about that is I feel like Nintendo isn't done with their Wii U ports, and that feels like it's primed perfectly for that cross-generation period. Really, I'm thinking about this as, okay, if they go back and say get Yoshi's Woolly World, and they move it up to Switch. Well, if they put it on Switch and then also put it on Nintendo's next system, people are going to look at that and say it's a Wii U game. It's not being held back by the current Switch, right? The last generation Switch at that time. So sure, put it on that system and then put it on the new Switch, the Switch 2 that maybe can do 4K and ray tracing. And I kind of feel like that's still something Nintendo will do for about 2 or 3 years during that cross-gen period. Pick out some other Wii U and pick out some other Wii games and just do remasters or even like that borderline remaster remake sort of treatment to it and drop them all throughout that time period where we have the Switch and the Switch 2 coexisting in stores and on their website and stuff. So you can still hold out for that. I think it's possible you could see, say, Yoshi's Woolly World make an appearance a couple of years from now. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it here for Newswave. If you enjoyed this video, guys, hit that like button. If not, hit the dislike. Leave comments down below about everything we talked about here today. If you missed yesterday's Newswave, I'll leave it up here in a card, or maybe you want to check out the latest episode of Click R3. That'll be going up actually today. I'll leave that in a card right below it. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.
That's the joy of living in a country like this. Every day.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout!
You're no match for me.
地に落ちる影大地を落ち道しるべすら意味を失う悲しくて切なくて眠れない白い夜は静かにひたむきに食べ過ぎてゆく遠いこの
When you get built-in AI, it gives back. AI gives you uninterrupted movie nights and more productive workdays. Shop now and experience the joy of a Dell PC with built-in AI, powered by Intel.
Britain has become the first country in the world to introduce a curfew on all men.
Curfew was supposed to make us safe.
Now, our first contestant is someone with whom I've had a few disagreements over the years, but
This is the first edition Wavy box. It's dead stock. You don't see it for sale often.
I played Pokemon, it's a lot easier. But I do know the Yu-Gi-Oh players are pretty serious.
Oh, yeah. I'm here at the pawn shop today to sell my one-of-a-kind Yu-Gi-Oh collection. The products themselves are in pretty minty condition. The Wavy box is about as minty as you can get from a case from back in the day. I'm looking to get 100,000 today. It's not something that's ever going to be made again, and it's just such an iconic set.
Now this is cool. Yu-Gi-Oh was originally a Japanese manga, which is basically a comic book. It came out in the late 90s, and it adapted into card game, video games, and mini animated series. So Yu-Gi-Oh is one of the most popular trading card games. And this looks like Blue Eyes White Dragon, the first set of Yu-Gi-Oh cards made by the company Konami. And this one would have been the first printing of it. And this one would have been the reprinting of it, correct?
Correct.
So basically, to play the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game, you would take 2 players. Each player would create a deck of 60 cards. Then you would start with life points. And the 2 players would battle with their cards. Like, I would attack you and try to take some of your life points away until you hit 0. And you would do the same thing to me. Basically, the point of the game is for each player to try to eliminate the other player from battle by taking all the life points. Sealed stuff like this is very, very collectible right now, and the trading card market is just going insane. So how much are you looking to get for everything here?
I'd like to get 100,000.
Okay. That seems a little high to me, but some of these boxes can be very expensive when you're talking about first edition. So I really need to have someone come down, evaluate the seals of the products, and talk about the value of the products. And then I think we could maybe negotiate on a price from there.
Yeah, I have no problem with that at all.
Okay, let me get someone down here. It'll be just a few minutes.
Okay. I am looking forward for the expert to come in today. I feel like my valuation shouldn't be too far off, so I'm really curious to see what his opinion is about it.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Hey, pretty good, chum. How you been?
Pretty good.
Excellent.
So, this is what I called you down about. We have some Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah, this looks like a pretty cool collection, actually. You know, this stuff is incredibly rare these days. As it gets more opened, you know, there's less of it. So, overall, this is important stuff.
Maybe you can get into them and tell me if you think these are all authentically sealed from Konami.
So first, take a look at the hanger pack. You know, with the packs, you really want to be looking at the crimp. So you have the crimp right here. These crimps look absolutely genuine. There's nothing wrong with these packs. They're authentic first edition packs.
Okay, and then here we have a sealed unlimited booster box.
You know, what you're looking for on these is the seals, basically. You want to look at where the plastic is joined together. This wrap looks great. This is very, very convincing. You know, I think it's completely authentic.
All right, and here we go, the holy grail of the Yu-Gi-Oh collecting world.
Yeah.
First edition sealed booster box.
These are incredibly rare. They very rarely come to market. I'm amazed to see one in my hands right now, actually. And I turned it over right away. It makes me feel happy. There's a flap on the bottom right here. This flap is important because without that flap, you know it's gonna be resealed. In my mind, this is a legitimate first edition, you know, box, and it's from the first printing. This is what's called the Wavy set, the Wavy cards. It's a genuine item.
So what value can we put on the whole collection?
The ones that are sealed in the hanger packs, those are probably about $1,000 a piece.
Okay.
And the sealed booster box there, you know, probably $4,000. This Yu-Gi-Oh box, this first edition box is incredibly important, obviously. I'd say the value of that box today is about $35,000. Looking at it all together, I mean, if I price it out in my head, I mean, $55,000.
All right, well, I think that answers everything I need to know. I appreciate you coming down. Thank you.
My pleasure, chum, and good luck with the sale.
Thank you so much.
Yep, take care.
All right, well, I do want this stuff, but I don't know that I can pay that much for it. I'm just gonna try and offer you $25,000 for this first edition box here and hope you take it.
Oh, man. I've had multiple offers higher than that, so there's no way I can go that low.
All right, well, it looks like we're not gonna make a deal today, but if you have anything else that you want to bring by, I would love to take a look at it.
Sounds good.
All right, have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. It's obviously a lot less than what I was wanting today.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout!
この強さが欲しかったのだ。
This is something from my childhood watching the show, so it's really hard to let go of something that you care about a lot.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
What do you have here?
I have an Alpha Black Lotus illustrated by Christopher Rush.
All right, Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
The trading card game that started it all.
It did start it all.
I know originally the creator of the game wanted to make a board game, but Wizards of the Coast, which was the company making them, thought it was going to be too expensive, and they figured that if he could come up with an idea to make a card game that could be playable at conventions, that it would be a good idea.
Right.
Lo and behold, 1993 Magic came out. Now we have a slew of games, you know, Magic probably being the most popular, then Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! I might have played Magic once or twice, but not very much. But I definitely know about the Black Lotus. It's very iconic. It was one of those cards that was so low printed and it was so powerful that for several years this was just a staple of the deck until eventually Wizards of the Coast ended up banning the card in competitive play.
And they're not reprinting them anymore. It's on the no print list.
So how did you get this card?
So I started playing Magic when it first came out. Was never lucky enough to get a Black Lotus. It's super rare. But I was able to buy one later, and I've saved it all these years. I've had this one since probably 1996.
I imagine you're asking a lot for it. Are you looking to sell it?
I am looking to sell it, and I think I'm asking a fair price at $85,000.
With Kenko's new paper refill packs, you can refill your coffee jar at home. And you can recycle at home, so you can help make a difference from home. New Kenko paper refills, available now.
Find the tools you need in the cloud. With an Azure free account, you can bring your ideas to life. Code, experiment and build with popular services free for 12 months.
I'm interested in it, but I have read about these cards being faked, where they take like
Quite a bit.
more modern version printed up from overseas, and
They
then they
do
kind of
international sets and things like that, and they do what's called a reback. This is not a reback. That's why I had it graded.
I still would like to have someone come over and take a look at it. Matt, my guy from CGC, is actually here in the crowd right now.
I'm totally fine with that.
Okay, so yeah, let me text him, and he'll get over here in a few minutes. All right, I bet he's gonna flip his lid when he reads that text.
You do not see these every day. These are pretty rare.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
I got your text. You got something fun?
I do. This gentleman here brought in the holy grail of magic, Black
Really?
Lotus.
That's a beautiful card right there. I mean, you can't get better than that with Magic the Gathering. For the limited edition alpha set, there was 1,100 made. And actually, when they called it limited edition, it was actually the first two sets, but there were differences between these two print runs, and then eventually become separated out into alpha here, and then later on beta.
So what's the #1 difference picking the card up, knowing
Sure.
instantly this is the first print?
Mind if I take a look at the card?
No, help yourself,
Appreciate
please.
it. So, with the Black Lotus, alphas will have a certain registration of the 0 up here, where it's a little bit to the right and it's a little bit down, as opposed to the later printings where it might be up and to the left. And actually, the corners have a much bigger radius as opposed to the next printing.
Okay.
So instantly, that's the #1 thing I look for.
Do you mean people shave the corners?
Sure. Yeah, they'll
Ew.
actually take the corners and make them look like the earlier printing by clipping them.
Okay, so taking a look at that card, what
Yeah.
are you seeing?
I mean, it looks like it's accurately graded, thankfully. You know, I'd hope so. Got a little bit of corner wear, edge wear, but unquestionably authentic. How much was he looking to get for this thing?
Just a small price tag of $85,000.
Okay, okay. I mean, the way I see the market right now, I'd say 70,000 is a more safe number to buy it, to look to resell it.
Rick might kill me, but I'm thinking about it.
Good luck with that one, chump.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care.
All right, well, what do you think about what he said? Do you agree?
I think 85,000 is actually a pretty fair market price for this card.
Okay, and you're pretty firm on that, it sounds like?
I think so. I think
Okay.
it'd be really tough for me to come down on that. I think these are just going to go up.
And you know, I understand it. A card like this, you kind of ask for what you want. Beautiful.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout!
Card, thanks for bringing it in, but at $85,000, I'm gonna have to pass it because I really, truly enjoy my job, and I think this would be the final thing to get me fired.
I understand it. It's bittersweet for me to even put it up for sale, so I appreciate you guys' time and everything today.
All right, well, thanks for bringing it by.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
How's it going? Yeah, pretty good. What do we got? I got 5 tops, 1966.
Throughout the year of 2024, North Korea has been doing things that would
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Ring out! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 1. Ready, go!
Oh!
Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go! Knockout!
"次に会うまでに、もっと強くなってね。
Round one. Ready, go!
Bye.